Well, for more than a century, a statue at the University of North Carolina commemorated alumni who died fighting for the South in the Civil War. Since then, it has been frequently protested. It's remained standing and has itself become a key part of campus history. But none of that means anything to the modern left. 2 nights ago, a mob of angry children, trying out for Chairman Mao's Red Guards apparently, pulled the statue down while law enforcement let them do it. The point isn't how you feel about Confederate statues. A lot of reasonable people think they're appalling. They make a strong case for that. It doesn't matter. What you just saw is barbaric, and it's an attack on democracy itself. Polls consistently show that Americans believe the monument should be left standing rather than change their minds. And you can make an argument and change their minds. The left doesn't want to do that. It uses the mob to get its way, and they keep doing it until the law stands up to them, which it these days rarely does. Bob Woodson is president and founder of the Woodson Center and author of The Triumphs of Joseph, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Woodson, thanks a lot for joining us.
Pleased to be here, Tucker.
I assume you're not a supporter of Confederate statues, but tell me what you think when you watch that video.
I'm outraged that, as a veteran of the Civil Rights Movement, we fought to fulfill the dream of America. We supported our founding values and our principles. And we also didn't destroy anything in the name of justice. For those people out there who are supposed to be heirs of that legacy, they are a fraud. I'm against taking those statues down. To remember something doesn't mean that you're celebrating it. The Jewish people brought the Holocaust Museum because they said it's important to remember it. As a Christian, we remember the cross not because it celebrates Roman oppression, because it is victory over death that we celebrate as resurrection. So it's important to apply your own narrative to these symbols. But I think what is being done there is an outrage, and these are anarchists. They are not freedom fighters. And those of us who are in the civil rights movement should speak out against this outrage.
So you're saying that having the statue up is not a celebration of the Confederacy. No. It's a way for the rest of us to remember what it was and the triumph over it by the United States.
And that's right. And it's also being just misused by members of the left to really denigrate the values of this nation. That's what it is. And they're using race. But what it does, Tucker, also is deflects attention away from the more critical issues that we're facing, particularly in Black America, where we have more blacks killed in 1 year than were killed in 70 years, lynched in 70 years. Between 1873 and 1950, 4,000 blacks were lynched brutally. But 6,000 blacks were killed in 1 year. And taking a Confederate statue down does nothing for saving a life in Chicago. But we're talking about statues and not the realities that are confronting thousands of people who are losing their lives today. There's where we ought to be putting our time and our attention.
Exactly. And none of these people cares at all. Mr. Woodson, thank you very much. It's an honor to have you tonight.